there was this microphone that just kept coming back. You know, it was placed high the entire time. It was sort of a little bit over, but sort of in my budget. And that was the Rode NTK. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video. If you want to know what the Rode NTK microphone sounds like with no plugins at all, and you want to know what my review is on the microphone, then keep on watching. Before we start this video, really quickly, yes, I'm not using the microphone right now when I'm speaking, because the Rode NTK microphone really is for singing. In my opinion, it's really for singing. So if I were to use that as a voiceover, I don't know, it just would feel really weird, and it's secure and safe on a standard. If I were to dismantle that, then it would take me a lot of time. So this is just a Blue Yeti, but for like sound examples, keep on watching because, as I just said, those will be in the video. So you're good. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. I've had this microphone now for almost a year, and the reason I wanted to get a new microphone back then was because I had the Rode NT USB microphone, so a USB microphone, and I wanted to get a microphone that could support my voice when I sing really loud, you know, when I am belting or when I am singing high notes. I wanted to get a microphone that was able to support that amount of decibels. So then the search for my new microphone started, and I found out that there are a lot of microphones in this world. I found out that there are microphones that are 15,000 euros. So I started to look, and my focus point was the decibel sensitivity. I needed that to be high because when I sing, I don't want it to be distorted. I started to search for YouTube videos on microphones. I wanted to get a studio condensed microphone, and then there was this microphone that just kept coming back. You know, it was placed high the entire time. It was sort of a little bit over, but sort of in my budget, and that was the Rode NTK. And that sounded really interesting because I already had the Rode NT USB, so it was the same brand. Like, I was happy with the brand, so that made me feel secure. Now, it was a new microphone, as in it wasn't a USB microphone. That also meant that I had to get an audio interface and an XLR cable, and since I am not really a tech person, this all was new information. I didn't really know what those things were, but you know, found out what those were. Before I was going to buy the Rode NTK mic, I also looked up a lot of reviews. I tried really hard to find a review that would totally bash the microphone, you know, because I just really wanted to make sure of my decision. But everyone was really positive, and I saw reviews of people saying, I have been using the microphone for like 8 years, and even though I have other microphones, I keep coming back to this one. So reading those kind of reviews just made me feel really confident into like the decision I was gravitating towards. Before actually buying it, I also wanted to have a listen to it in the store, but back then there wasn't a store that would have the microphone on display where you can have a listen. So I decided to buy the microphone without actually knowing what my voice sounded like. But I felt really confident because of my familiarity with the brand. With the reviews, I just thought, no, like, this is a risk I have to take, and I'm glad I did. Oh yeah, and about the decibel sensitivity, I just looked it up. This microphone has a decibel sensitivity between 150 and 159. And of all the microphones that I saw, this was the highest. So you may think, okay, but now I really want to know what it sounds like. So here I'm going to add a couple of clips of me singing a cappella into the microphone with no plugins whatsoever, no instrumental, completely a cappella, completely dry, so it may sound a little weird, but then you can really hear what the microphone actually sounds like. So let's go. Don't be that way, fall apart twice a day. I just wish you could feel what you say. Show, never tell, but I know you too well. Got a mood that you wish you could So you may also want to know what the microphone sounds like with plugins, with an instrumental, really with the full sound that you have in a song. So if you want to know that, then I will also add those clips in. Woo! But I don't care what they'll say, I'm in love with you. They try to pull me away, but they don't know the truth. My heart's crippled by the thing that I keep on closing. Look at you, now look at me, how you like that? Your girl needs it all and that's 100. 백해증은 백내 몫을 원해 come and get some 자 하지만 어드레스는 없잖아. What's up, I'm right back. 방에 sweater, cut back. Plain Jane get hijacked, don't like me, then tell me how you like that, like that. To kissing cars. My final thoughts on the mic. During the last year, I have sang songs where I am belting, where I am singing really high notes, where my voice has a lot of volume. And that mic that you can't see, but it's standing right there, can handle it all. So if you are looking for a mic, just like me, that is able to handle big voices, that microphone is really good. It does the job. It does exactly what I wanted it to do. There's no distortion. Obviously, you know, make sure your gain setting is right. You know, make sure you're not up close to the mic, but, you know, have a good amount of distance. For me, like, it does exactly what I wanted it to do. One of the cons of the microphone though is like, even though there are microphones that are way more expensive, like I paid like around 700, maybe even 800, I don't know. I feel like the microphone was more expensive last year. Spending that amount of money on a product is a lot. If you are new to the whole singing game, making covers game, making your own music game, whatever, and you are thinking of getting your first mic, don't get this one. No, there are way cheaper ones. Like, get the Rode NTK USB. That would be my my advice. If you have a USB microphone and you're like me back then, you want to get a new one, make sure that you realize, you know, that the microphone is really expensive, but you have to get an audio interface as well. You have to get an XLR cable as well. You have to get a heavy standard as well, because the microphone is heavy. You know, make sure that you know that when buying the microphone, like, it doesn't stop there. You have to spend more money. And the last thing, the Rode microphones, they have a warm sound. I don't know whether or not my voice, my vocal tone, if that is warm. Lately I've been feeling like, because when I sing high, my voice can get thin, and I feel like my voice is more on the colder side, more on the sharper side. I don't know really sound-wise if this microphone is the perfect match with the tone of my voice. So if you hate microphones that sound warm, then reconsider, because then I don't know whether or not this microphone is good for you. But overall, I am in love with this microphone. My voice has never sounded so professional. I'm really, really happy with the microphone. I'm glad that this thing right there, is mine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hoped it helped you into making the decision whether or not you should get this microphone. If you have any questions on the mic, just let me know in the comments. I will be glad to help you all out. And this is the end of the video. There we have it. Time goes by very quickly. So I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye!